Hello and welcome to today's daily revision task, which is to produce a flashcard on the development of the periodic table. So, it starts off with an English scientist called John Newland who put forward his law of octaves in 1864. He arranged all the elements known at the time into a table in order of their relative atomic mass. When he did this, he found a pattern amongst the early elements. The pattern showed that each element was similar to the element 8 places ahead of it. For example, starting with lithium, right? Beryllium is the second element, then boron is the third element, sodium is the fourth, and so on. Right, then put these similar elements into vertical columns known as groups. Newland's table showed that there was a repeating pattern or periodic pattern of properties, but this pattern eventually broke down. By ordering strictly according to the atomic mass, Newland was forced to put some elements into groups which they did not match in their chemical properties. For example, he put iron, which is metal, in the same group as oxygen and sulfur, which are two non-metals. In 1864, just 5 years after John Newland put forward his laws of octaves, a Russian chemist called Dmitry Mendeleev published a periodic table. Mendeleev also arranged the elements known at the time in order of their relative atomic mass, but he did some other things that made his table much more successful. He realized that the physical and chemical properties of elements were related to their atomic mass in a repeating or periodic way, and arranged them so the groups of elements with similar properties fell into vertical columns on his table. Sometimes this method of arranging elements meant that there were gaps in the horizontal rows or periods, but instead of seeing this as a problem, Mendeleev simply left them blank. He was also able to work out the atomic mass of the missing element and so predict their properties. Right, later on, these different elements were discovered. So, for example, he predicted the properties of an undiscovered element that should fit below aluminium in his table. When this element was discovered, it was called gallium, and it was discovered in 1875. Its properties were found to be very, very close to Mendeleev's predictions. Right, there are some similarities and some differences between them. So Newland's ordered by atomic weight, and so did Mendeleev. Mendeleev left gaps where Newland's didn't. Newland's had a strict order of atomic weights, whereas Mendeleev swapped the order for some of the elements if it fitted their properties better, and so on. Hopefully this video should have helped you complete your daily revision task. Please subscribe so you can keep up to date with other videos to help with your daily revision tasks. You can follow me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter to help you keep up to date.